Okay, this is kind of an interesting filter. I don't know if that's my gray or what. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 992. 992, I don't know why my head got so big again, of What's She Up To Now, documenting my journey as I transition from the brick and mortar world to the online world. And one of the fun things I like to do every once in a while is play with the weird filters on Facebook. And this one's gotten really weird. It looked okay at first, but now it's gotten giant. I'm going to try tapping it and see if that shrinks it down. It does not. So we're just going to look funny today. What's next? Soap and burying the hatchet. Talked about burying the hatchet today on Supersize Your Business, which is really a good one. It's especially, I think, timely now with what's going on, at least in the United States, with people. It's like they're trying to stir up trouble and stir up civil unrest and people arguing with one another. And if you step back and take a deep breath, you realize that it is a very, very, very small fraction of the people in this country that are buying into the BS, that are buying into the we're on opposite sides, we should fight against one another, we don't agree. Because the truth is, we agree on a lot more things than politicians would lead us to believe or would like us to believe, or the media for sure would like us to believe. When social media starts censoring mainstream media, you know we got a problem. And we got a problem that needs to be addressed. And I don't think that the American people are going to sit back and just take it. We're not just going to sit back and be spoon-fed what the media and those that would choose to manipulate us want us to believe. So that was interesting today. So burying the hatchet, I think we need to, all of us with common sense that know that we need to treat one another the way we want to be treated and that are decent, kind human beings, need to stand up and say, enough already. And stop being quiet and just letting people try to steamroller other people and bully other people. Heard yesterday about the high school student who's having to sue her school because she has different beliefs and thoughts than other people in her school. Oh my God, is this not still America? Do we not still have the Constitution and the First Amendment? I sure hope so, or it's time for us to take a real reality check. So burying the hatchet, I think it's important that we remember that we agree on more than we think, look for common ground, look for solutions, and think for ourselves, not be manipulated by what other people think that we should think, or God forbid, let other people think for us, especially people that have their own agendas. And I'm talking the media, big tech companies, politicians, certain billionaires. It's ridiculous that we're allowing ourselves to be influenced by people that clearly do not care about us as individuals or as people whatsoever. And all you have to do is look at how they're living, what they're doing, and not what they're saying, because when their lips are moving, lies are coming out. And this is across the board with people that want to manipulate. So thinking about burying the hatchet, thinking about finding common ground with people, and that, everybody gets their own opinion. It doesn't mean that we're enemies or that we're fighting or that we have to hurt one another. Good grief. If I don't agree with you and you don't agree with me, we just don't agree about one thing. We probably agree about hundreds, if not thousands of other things, but we just disagree about one thing. Are we going to end our friendships? I can't believe how many people are ending friendships and won't talk to one another. Families are fighting because they believe different things. And guess what? 90% of what they're believing is all a lie anyway. That's the really scary part, is we're fighting with people we love and care about over lies and manipulation. That's the scary part to me. So talked about that, burying the hatchet on Supersize Your Business. Fun challenge today was about being brave and acting anyway. A lot of times people expect us to be brave and we're scared to do something, but we do it anyway. We show up anyway. We participate and take action even though we're afraid to do things. I am still afraid to do videos and nervous to do videos. And I've done I've probably done 4,000, but I've definitely done over 3,500 live videos. Yet I still think they all suck and I'm afraid to do them every time. And we just do it anyway. We step up and we do things anyway because we know it's the right thing for us to do. So being brave was the fun challenge. We have to find fun ways to be brave. And the Get Up and Go challenge, day 16 today of our 30 plus day free Get Up and Go challenge on the Get Up and Go challenge page is about what's next. What do we do next? So often we believe that in order to get something that we want, we have to do all these things in order to make it happen. And that stops us from going for it because we believe and we talk ourselves out of the things that we want because it's going to be too hard. It's going to take too long. We don't know all the steps. And the truth is, and once you see this, the world opens up for you. And as it did for me, you don't have to know how you're going to get there every step of the way. You just have to step and take the next step in faith, knowing that the rest of the steps will appear. And the steps are different for each and every one of us. How, say with respect to success or a great relationship or a certain amount of financial money or achieving an athletic goal or objective or a physical goal or objective. The path, there's a success path that other people have used, but just because that path and that step-by-step work for them, there's no guarantee it'll work for you because you have different experiences and different beliefs and feelings and thoughts and traits and skills and abilities than any other person on the planet. So you might be able to skip 10 steps that took them 2 years. And then if they would have you go through all those steps, you might be able to skip all those because you already had life experiences that take you beyond that. Or you might need 10 steps that they didn't have to take because they already had different life experiences than you have. So following anybody else's step-by-step can work, but it's not guaranteed to work for you. I've been in lots of coaching programs where people got varying degrees of results that were being sold to them in the coaching program because of, number one, were they committed? Did they do it or not? Number two, did they take action? Number three, the steps maybe weren't right for them. Maybe they didn't sign in to a particular coaching program at the right time for where they were in their business or where they were in what it was that the coaching program was about. Different for each of us, but we have to remember it's our journey. Each of us have our own journey, and we got to figure out our success path, our way to get what we want, because it's going to be unique for each of us. We all have different lessons and different experiences that we need to have in order to achieve and be the things that we want to have and do and be. So that was a Get Up and Go challenge today, and the challenge of what to share, what to action item was just share what area or aspect of your life you want to talk about next using the, of course, SOAP framework. We're talking about the SOAP framework. Oh, that looks pretty cool in here. The SOAP framework. And that's what got me to thinking about what's next. SOAP and bury the hatchet. I said bury the hatchet because I actually thought about it might be fun to actually create soaps, actual soaps that help us remember soap in different scents or flavors. So that might be a project that I do. I just thought about that when I was doing the Get Up and Go challenge today, because I think it's fun to have things that symbolize and remind us of the things that we're trying to do, the things we're trying to achieve. And if every time I wash my hands and use soap, I automatically reinforce the SOAP framework and how to guarantee that I'll be better off after a change or challenge than before, that's a good use of soap. In addition to being COVID and keeping us safe and sanitary, that's a good positive reminder of things that can help us to achieve those things that we want, to figure out what is our system, our process, our way of doing it. So that's what I'm working on today. Later start today than usual because I am actually working on a personal project of personal development and personal growth, and I spent a couple hours on that this morning. Normally don't do that, but I got into it and I started going and I was on a roll, so I wanted to keep the momentum going and working on that instead of breaking it up and using my normal routine to do my videos. So even I have to change my process every once in a while and say what feels right now to do, not necessarily what do I do routinely and rotely and every day, because it's a habit. Because habits are meant to be changed and grown and developed as we change and grow and develop. That's it. That's all I've got today. Have an absolutely amazing day. If I can help you in any way, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow to update on what I'm doing as I transition from the brick and mortar world, the world of corporate America and real businesses, real brick and mortar businesses, to the online world. Take care.